Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, Washington. Delta Dental is on a mission. Our state has a lot to smile about, and we think those smiles should be healthy and bright. That's why our Tooth Fairies taught over 30,000 kids the importance of dental care. Whether it's in the classroom or online, they make good habits stick and spread a little magic along the way with free programs, parent resources, and of course, toothbrushes. The Tooth Fairy experience is helping us get closer to being 100% cavity-free. Learn more at cavityfreewa.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There was a customer at the Disney Star Wars attraction, and, you just got to wonder what some of the, what do they call them? Teammates, performers, friendly people?
Dreammakers?
Yeah, I forget what they call the folks that work at Disney, but...
Imagineers? Those are the people that come up with the ideas.
Yeah.
Employees.
Yeah, employees, probably the right name. Yeah, you're
they have
right
a fancy
that.
name for it, too.
They do.
Little Wizards?
Little Wizards.
They probably have to put up with a lot of ridiculousness. And the Star Wars folks, they had to put up with this customer. There was one person that's decided, I'm going to try to be like Obi-Wan Kenobi, and did that elaborate Jedi hand motion like, these aren't the choice you're looking for. And he was trying to make a stormtrooper succumb to his wishes. And, of course, since, it's not real, it didn't work.
Whoa.
Hey there. Sorry.
Next thing you're going to tell me wrestling's not real.
You know what? We'll save that for another day on a special edition.
It looks like a 15-year-old kid that's trying to do it, too. It's pretty awesome.
And, of course, it didn't work. So the stormtrooper had this to say.
If there's one Jedi left, it's not you.
Honestly, I didn't know that they actually talked to you. I thought that all that stuff was pre-recorded.
Oh,
that's
no,
really
they'll
cool.
sass you, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
It's fantastic.
That is fantastic.
The video makes it look like this storm. He just shakes his head like you can just tell he's just done with it. He's like, dude, it's like 80 degrees. I got to wear this damn outfit. And now you're just making things awkward because you're trying to move me and you know you can't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sorry, pal.
I feel like you can't have that job and go in with that attitude. Like otherwise you'd have something else to do. Like I think even if you're hot as balls, you're going to have a great time in that costume regardless.
Well, especially if you could haze people.
Yeah.
Give them a little... I feel like they should all have a little edge to them. Like that should be the one job at Disney where you can kind of like clap back at people.
I feel like only the villains do because I know Gaston does. He gives people crap and he does push-up competitions. Gaston's from Beauty and the Beast. He's a big buffy dude.
You'll find out soon enough, Steve. The older little tater tot gets.
One of my favorite videos I've seen is Maleficent, so the one that looks like Angelina Jolie. She actually, there's like a dance floor, and she pushes aside a little kid to go dance with the other evil Maleficent queen from the Disney cartoon. So they're dancing around and just ignoring all the kids who are just like, what the hell?
Damn. I'd like to believe Vicky in the fact that you would never get tired of that job. But you know what? My buddy who used to work at the donut shop said you get tired of donuts pretty quickly.
That guy should be on a terrorist watch list because that's impossible.
That's what I think, too. But I feel like, Vic is, our dream, our pleasure job. Man, if you did it every day, I don't know. My brain can't figure it out. I think I'd be happy doing a job like that for whatever. But, So, the donut guy, like you said, Steve, should be on a do not fly list.
One person on the video, I saw some comments, and everyone's having a lot of fun with it, of course. But one person says, one time I was holding a baby Yoda and a stormtrooper, and Darth Vader also made fun of me. I really enjoyed that trip.
Awesome.
Oh, man, I need to carry around my full-sized Yoda statue and see what they're going to do with that.
Will they even let you into the building with that?
Yeah, I feel like at that point.
I don't know, but I'm willing to try.
Yeah, it's a Trojan horse situation. I think I would probably go, what's
There's
in
no
that
one
Yoda?
hidden inside of this thing. It's just Yoda. It's a stand-up.
There could be a bunch of Ewoks in there trying to cause trouble. I would know.
The Ewoks are finally getting their revenge. They're like, where's our damn ride, bitches?
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, where's our damn ride, bitches? I do believe that's from episode 4. I don't know if it's. I always get 5 and 6 confused. Which one was that?
And a lot of texters are chiming in. They're called cast members.
There we go.
Not
I knew
employees.
it was some fancy thing. Cast members. Thank you. Well, that cast member had a great comeback. And I do love that. There's a guy that actually broke into a Denny's, and Denny's estimates their loss from that break-in at $1 whole dollar. What did this dude do? Steve will tell you. He's got the Mix Report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Have we figured out how to explain deja vu? How do chameleons do that thing they do? Do you really need to wash your blue jeans? Yeah, you do, but how often? Hey, my name's Mike Simpson. I've got a podcast about curiosities. It's called I've Got Questions. We go through my list of random stuff and yours. Please participate. Send me your questions. I'll find someone to answer them. We've talked about our true crime obsession, how grocery stores are tricking us, super secret flight attendant stuff. I've Got Questions. New episodes Thursdays on Odyssey or wherever you get your podcasts.
We all remember that one professor, the one everyone on campus had to take no matter what subject they taught because how much fun their class was. What if we told you there was a streaming service that had all those professors? One Day University has every must-have professor from the best colleges all across the country. One Day University, the most fun talks from the most fun professors. Available live and on demand. No homework, just the most fun you'll have while learning. Get a special offer at ondayu.com/odyssey.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks to Beacon Plumbing, Heating, and Mechanical. And today's the day to get outside. I don't think it's supposed to rain today, so it's going to be a little bit cloudy. But, bundle up and enjoy yourself a sandwich because it's National Picnic Day.
Oh, there! I didn't know where you were going.
That's
all
right.
Okay.
Have a sandwich, maybe grab some soup. I don't know, whatever you want to do on your picnic. Just be outside and eat.
I don't know. Too many people bring soup on it. Well, I guess you can. You got Tupperware. You got all sorts of containers. Sure, you can bring a soup on a picnic.
I saw some study that asked people if they like picnics or not, and overwhelmingly, like 90-something% said yes, but 1% said that they hate picnics. I'm like, well, how could you just hate a picnic? That seems rather extreme.
I think it's because you got to carry all the stuff. Now, to me, a picnic is let me go to my favorite fast food restaurant and then bring it to a field.
Then go find some grass and sit outside. That works.
Yeah.
It's also International Nose Picking Day, so.
All right. Here we go.
So it's a nose picnic.
Yep. Yeah. So go dig for gold, everybody.
Nice.
Today's that day. All right. This is a very odd story that happened in Indiana at a Denny's. This Denny's, it closes at 11 p.m., which seems kind of odd. Like, I think your best customers when you're at a Denny's is usually after 11, but this place chose to close at 11. And on Wednesday around 2 in the morning, a couple of guys knew it was closed, so they broke into it and they went straight to the kitchen to make themselves some eggs.
Oh.
Once they were done with their eggs, they left, and then they came back at 3 in the morning to make some more eggs.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not exactly sure how this happens, but during that second trip at the Denny's, there was someone that works at Denny's showed up to confront them.
Wow.
I don't know if they have like some kind of like video camera, like, or they have like a little like Denny's signal at their house that when someone gets near it. Well, anyways, they showed up.
Well, yeah, I mean, they have a bat signal, so why not the Denny's signal?
The two criminals, they took off. Cops were looking for them, and Denny's put out a statement saying they estimate their loss at $1.
Ooh.
Which I thought was kind of funny.
Really? The loss of $1, even with the break-in and everything, it only $1.
How cheap are the eggs?
Pretty good deal, if you ask me. But Denny's always gives you, they give you a good amount of food for your money.
Yeah, I think we should start a GoFundMe for this Denny's. $1.
Good call.
That's a lot of money.
Man.
So I think it was like last week we were talking about hip-hop songs that are just go-tos when it comes to karaoke. Like Sir Mix-a-Lot, the Beastie Boys, Eminem, whatever it may be. And one of the ones that we brought up, and it's sad to report this, but the singer of Digital Underground, you remember the Humpty Dance?
Yeah.
Shock G, the rapper, he passed away yesterday. They found him dead in his hotel room. They're not exactly sure why and what happened. He was only 57 years old.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're not familiar with Shock G and Digital Underground, here's their big hit.
First I limped to the side like my leg was broken. Shaking and twitching, kinda like I was smoking. That's right. Crazy, whack, funky. People say you look like MC Hammer on crack, Humpty. That's alright, cause my body's in motion.
I love this
It's supposed
song.
to look like a fit or a convulsion. Anyone can play this
How old is this song, Steve?
Really old.
Yeah.
Who cares? It's great. It's timeless.
I know. I feel like it still should be new.
Yes.
Even saying the dude was 57 years old, which is really young, unfortunately, to pass away. But
Right.
thinking that this dude is 50, was 57, makes me feel old.
Yeah. Man, what a bummer, though. I was not expecting to see that yesterday. And I saw he was trending, and I'm like, oh, boy. Because when you see that on social media, you just think the worst, and sadly, that was the case. Mariners yesterday, BJ.
Yeah, well, don't talk to me about this. Don't talk to me about this.
Red Sox were winning at one point. The Seattle Mariners only had 3 hits in the game.
Yeah.
And somehow won in extra innings, 7-3.
Yeah.
Seattle's the first team to score 7 or more runs on 3 or fewer hits since the 1994 Oakland A's.
Yeah, it was quite a performance by the Mariners because they continue to grind it out. Considering that they could not do anything at the plate, but thanks to some miscues by the Red Sox, and also thanks to some timely hitting. I mean, that top of the 10th inning was they just wrecked house.
And thanks to Mitch Haniger, 3-run home run.
Yeah, that was the timely hitting I was referring to.
How about the Mariners? You know what? The key to the comeback kids is, it seems to be what they're calling them, and it's very appropriate. The key to the comeback kids, Mitch Haniger needs to hit a home run in every game because they're 5-0 whenever he hits a home run.
So I want to say this because a lot of people aren't following them, but the Mariners bullpen is the best in baseball. And that is
really?
Yeah, that is why they won the game. Their bullpen has been lights out all season. And yesterday it was the same thing because they kept the Red Sox at within striking distance to the point that they could tie them, even though they only had like 1 hit. That bullpen is legit.
Well, we're back at it again today. Red Sox, Mariners, 4 p.m. Mariners are now 12-7, tied for first place with the Oakland A's. So we hope that continues. And thanks to all the cool texts about Shock G and the Humpty Dance. Someone said you just made my morning hearing that song. I just started driving better with that song. It's one of those songs I feel like that just transcends music. It's like even if you love rock music, you hear that song and you're like, yeah, all right, I'm feeling pretty good about this.
Yeah, it's cool when you have songs like that, no matter what genre they are. You're like, oh yeah, we're all in agreement. That's a good tune.
Seahawks, they're bringing back their quarterback, Geno Smith.
Woo!
They just
I was worried. I was so worried.
1-year deal just signed with Geno Smith to be the backup to Russell Wilson.
Yep.
And Rev sent this to me, and I had to laugh, but I also kind of I'm kind of shocked that there wasn't a conversation ahead of time.
Yeah.
There's a bar in the U District. It's called the Kraken Bar and Lounge. And it's a kind of a punk rock bar. It's a lot of cool punk rock bands will play there. It's a fun spot. Well, they're suing the Seattle Kraken hockey team for $3.5 million because they're saying that the organization is harming its brand. Part of it makes me kind of chuckle because it's like they're mad that they're getting new customers that are hockey fans showing up to their bar. It's like,
okay,
you should be happy you're getting customers, but I also understand where they're coming from because they're just people are expecting it to be a hockey bar, and the final straw was when they just announced that they're putting out a hockey bar at the practice facility called the Kraken Bar and Grill. Because you have the Kraken Bar and Lounge, and then Seattle Kraken's hockey team is putting out a bar called the Kraken Bar and Grill, and I think that was the big issue. So hopefully they could get it all figured out because, we love the punk rock and we love the Kraken.
Right. And $3.5 million, I think people will love as well. I mean, that'd make help. You can call me whatever you want if you're going to pay me $3.5.
$3.5 million will make me in a better mood no matter what you've done to me. Whoa. In general.
Okay.
There's some things.
Well, all right then, sir.
Stealing my name, using it in the name of your bar, those kind of things. Nothing awful.
Well, $3.5 million, I feel like we could do a lot to you. I feel like, you'd be open for a lot.
To me, yes. Personally, me. Yes. No one that I love. I don't want anyone else to get hurt in the process.
No, you're the only one we're interested in, sir.
Okay, do whatever the hell you want. Give me $3.5 million.
Oh, yeah. Rev and I, we will get something. We got plans.
All right, well, weather, 61 degrees. It's going to be cloudy. It's going to rain this weekend. That's the Migs Report, and that's what's up.
That's what's up. Can you tell me, Steve, I don't know if you know, how much is Gino getting paid for this
didn't
deal?
Say. I can't imagine it's a ton, though.
You know what? I bet it's still probably five figures. At least, six figures.
Oh, I would imagine it's. Oh, yeah.
Just basically to know that you're never playing a single game, you'll never get hurt. Probably. Once in a while they'll throw you in, maybe.
Yeah, you might want to check and see if they released that. But dude. What did he have? He appeared in just one game for Seattle, completing 4 or 5 passes for 33 yards, and that blowout win over the Jets.
Yeah, it's not Matt Flynn money, I'm sure, but still 6 figures.
ESPN isn't reporting anything, so
you'd think maybe because they're embarrassed. One way or the other, it's like we gave him free pizza for a year.
It's definitely. I imagine it's got to be over $1 million.
Yeah, he got paid a little over $1 million last year.
Right.
In 2020. So probably the same thing.
$1 million I know he's working. I know he does do stuff. There's a lot of stuff.
Especially.
Yeah, but still $1 million.
It's the ultimate insurance policy to have a decent backup quarterback. But you're right. Russell Wilson, when his knock on wood or knock on his incredibly strong body parts. Whoa, because it doesn't seem like he ever gets hurt.
How much will that cost me? $3.5 million to knock out those body parts? Okay.
Yes.
All right, fair enough.
And he gets the best seat in the house. People would pay good money for those kind of seats.
I understand that. It's just what a great, the backup quarterback who people will not remember, especially outside of Seattle, what an amazing, you still can make yourself a very, very good life on the money they pay you.
But you got to imagine, though, if you're a backup quarterback, you kind of want to. I wonder, are you content with just knowing that I'm probably not going to play a single game and I'm going to make $1 million and my body's, when the time comes to retire, I'm going to be able to live pretty comfortably.
Oh, yeah.
And have no massive issues. Or do you want to kind of be on a team where you're kind of hope our quarterback gets hurt? So,
well, if you're asking
so I can play a couple of games.
If you're asking me, a man who has hardly any motivation, the answer is I am happy just sitting behind and doing nothing for $1 million. I know there are athletes that are highly motivated, but me, sir, that's the perfect job.
I can see you following Russell around, giving him back rubs, Russ, your body good. Yeah, you can't get hurt this Sunday.
Exactly.
Please don't get hurt.
There must be some young kid that, how about the kicker? He's always wanted a shot. I'll tell you what. No, don't worry about it. Let me just sit here. You guys take care of it.
They cut to the bench, and there's BJ on the bench, and he's looking at his tablet, and everyone's like, wow, the backup quarterback for the Seahawks is really knee deep into the play calling. And you're actually watching Black Mirror or something like that.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. It's a perfect time to catch up on all my shows. It's not like I'm going to go in. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan plays which character in The Walking Dead?
Negan.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. What
to
is
him?
It? Yes.
Yeah. By the way, the Rev still hasn't watched perhaps one of the greatest episodes ever, and it was about Negan. Oh man, I'm telling you, it was the last episode of the season too. So
I'll watch it eventually. There's so much other television to watch.
Quit being a disappointment, Rev.
Really.
Damn! And now I guess I have to watch it.
Yeah. Well, really, we had so much hope for you. We thought you maybe someday could be the backup to Gino. But okay. 206-421-ROCK. Beat Migs. We'll do that at 6:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I know if bankruptcy is going to provide me with relief? What are the steps for my situation?
There's so much information out there about bankruptcy with the internet and what people have heard from friends and other people that they've talked to about their financial issues or bankruptcy. There's also a lot of bad information out there or urban legends about bankruptcy. In order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you need to talk to an attorney that's experienced in bankruptcy. So in order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you should talk to an experienced bankruptcy attorney. And my job is not to convince you to file bankruptcy. My job is to help you to make that decision and have all the facts so that you can make an informed decision about whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, what benefits it's going to have for you, and what the downside of filing bankruptcy is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.